Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Vikings.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Let's go now. Blue 80. Flip it. Three down. Hey,
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second down following the run.
Tight end left.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
I got you, boy. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Four down.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Let's go now. Blue 80.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Winston now. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're going ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Watch 88. Now let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Berger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down following the incompletion.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Now let's go. Four down.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
I got two.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
We got 4. All right, here we go. Boom, land it. Over. Here we go. Switch gears.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Set. 319.
Hey, we got 3 down.
319.
Check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Berger throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then
it's a foot race. 30, past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Charles Sims, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now let's go.
On 1st and 10. Berger, he finds an opening past the 40. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing again. Berger. Bryant with a catch right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Des Bryant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the third phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And how about the big play created here? Big-time effort, and that can help his team.
Second straight week, he's forced to fumble. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Double tight, double tight. All right, here we go. 3-19.
They run it again with Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
Now let's go. All right, here we go.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now a second down throw for Winston. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Shows off the quick feet as he takes this one up to the 20. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Ready. Sonic. 4 down. Check. Sonic.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Man left. Even. 4 down. Even.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing, Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he fires one incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
3rd and goal, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Watch him now, Barney.
On first down, Berger. A dump down to McKinnon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Black 99 Philly, hurry up, here we go.
Throwing on first down. Berger. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Off the play fake. Berger. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Back to throw. Berger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Winston airing this one out for Evans. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. A second down throw for Winston. A dump off to Sims. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Second down, Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And the third down pass falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will tie things at 17 all. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Looking to throw. Berger. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Berger. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. He got 29 yards that time. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Strong left. Hurry up, here we go. Gun.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7.
Tight end left.
Off play action. Berger. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Here we go now.
Here's McKinnon. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
4 down, 4 down. Check, check. Strong right. Strong right. Over. Here we go now. Over. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Off the bootleg. Berger. He's going to take a shot for the ends. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
A handoff to start the drive to Sims. And he'll power his way up near the 25. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Ready.
From the gun, Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Now let's go. No. Check. Detroit. Let's go. Detroit. Hey.
On 1st and 10, Berger looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gilbert. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Lay down. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard. Hurry up. Here we go.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion.
Shift.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Oh, yeah.
Second down following the run.
Double tight, guys. Leopard. Hurry up. Here we go. Watch it now. Let's go.
And the big tight end shifting around. Here again is McKinnon. And some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. Berger. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
All right, now, here we go.
Spins by. And now running right through him. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. Berger, a quick hitter, complete. It's Gilbert. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw. Berger. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Squad.
Hurry up, here we go.
Watch 14. Watch 14. Hey, me and you all day.
On 1st down, Berger. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
All right, here we go.
Now McKinnon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Set. 3-19.
To throw on second down. Berger. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Two times. Ready.
The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ben Gideon coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Let him know. Ready. Blue lady. Let him know. Sonic.
Check nickel. Easy. Check 99.
Working out of the gun. Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Strong right.
Sonic, ready. Blue lady.
Four down. Check. Four down.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll toss it out to Sims. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's first and goal.
Let's go now.
Now they run with Sims. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now Jameis on second down. And that'll be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's third down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Field left. All right, here we go.
Off the play fake. Berger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Detroit! Detroit! Up, here we go! Over! Watch it now, Barney!
They run it with McKinnon. And he's got room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jerick McKinnon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Ready? White 25. Easy. Let's go.
Now Winston. And Winston lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Now let's go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Now let's go.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
All right, here we go.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. Berger. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Oh, design run for their wideout. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Winston. Evans has it left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on first down. Berger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Tight right. Here we go.
To throw again. Berger. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a third down. The Vikings on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw. Berger. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Gone. Here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
Watch tight end. Here we go. Hey, 4 down.
Toss play to McKinnon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Vikings on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Over. Hey, guys, check me out.
And the back goes into motion.
Stand up over there. 25, check 25.
On third down, Berger. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ready? We got three.
Winston now to throw on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Two times.
Odd. 5 down.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
Double tight. Odd.
Now let's go.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.